Hi, welcome back to Hobby Life. This is part 10 of my Death Mark 2 playthrough. If you haven't seen the other parts, I'd recommend you go check them out. This does have somewhat spoilers. I mean, just not from the play gameplay. I do go do a recap. But otherwise, um, if you also don't like voiced playthroughs, I'd recommend watching a different channel because I do voice the characters, and if I'm gonna judge myself, I'm not the greatest. I still love doing it though. So if you stuck around, thank you so much. Last time we played, we finished the Slitmouth Kashima storyline. We essentially found out that I guess there was like a big fight between two students who liked one of their teachers. The teacher didn't like him that way, but they were both like mistaken, or like one of them caused a bunch of shit for the other one, and it resulted in like one of their deaths essentially. And then they just haunted the hell out of them until they got their scissors back. But go watch those parts because I'm not gonna go explain into it. I don't know where we're gonna go from here, so let's just hop into it because I am excited to see where um we're gonna be like, or what we're gonna be fighting and who we're gonna be working with. Because at the end of the last one, I think what's it called? Yasuki didn't really want to he didn't want to endanger his friends anymore. So he told them to stay out of the case. So we're pretty much either working alone or we're going to start working with Kinukawa, which I'm excited about because I'd rather work with new characters and like see how they fit into the story rather than have just old cameos. All right, so it looks like we have a timeline. Konohara Academy is founded in M Town, H City, by the millionaire Genzo Konoe. Construction of the school building is completed in 1928. Clock tower is built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Konohara Academy's first headmaster, Genzo Konoe, passes away. So he dies 11 years after he opens his school. During the Great H City air raid, a firebomb is dropped on the school, but the school building and the clock tower are miraculously left unscathed. Interesting. 1955, the school's address changes due to the town's merger. 1958, the Konohara Academy Student Council is launched. So there's probably going to be some sort of dark secret to the school, too. 1987, the construction of the new building and the special building are completed, and the old building is renovated. 1990, the clock tower stops working due to age. 1994, the old building is officially shuttered. Kind of weird, because I always figured that a lot of places that have a clock tower actually, dedicate maintenance to it every year. 70 years of history. There were likely some tragic incidents that occurred during those decades. Does anything here give me a hint as to the Departed's identity? Chapter 4, The Departed's Presence. Okay, so this might just be about the Departed then. I wonder how many chapters there are in this. Like, am I close to the end of the game? I closed the Konohara Academy brochure once I finished reading it. Then I take a sip of the coffee I brewed. I'll take a sip too. It's been 3 days since the end of Slitmouth Kashima's case, and there's yet to be a new notice. In the interim, I've borrowed several documents from the school in a desperate bid to find any clues related to the Departed's identity. The investigation is not going so well. I feel like I'm treading water in the middle of the ocean and I can't see the shore. Instead, my sense of uneasiness keeps growing larger and larger. Time to get going. Mr. Konoe called me in today. I better head to the school. Oh, that CG background was his home the whole time. I'm so dumb. I think it's like a old CG from the first game that they repurposed for this one. I'm feeling much better today than I was last time, so I decided to take my car. After cresting the steep slope, the school grounds finally come into view. I mean, I wouldn't want to take the bus to school too if there was just a case on people being murdered when they got off of it. Mr. Konoe is already left by the time I arrive at the faculty room. Without any direction, I decide to go to the infirmary. But just then, someone asked me to fill in for an absent teacher. I'm still not used to standing in front of a class. However, I do my best to remain professional and struggle through it, teaching a lesson cobbled together from stray bits of my knowledge. Can I ask a question? A female student timidly raises her hand. It's not related to the lesson, though. What is it? I heard you're investigating The Departed. Does The Departed really exist? Do I wanna scare them? I'm gonna be honest with them. I feel like you should always level with kids. They certainly exist. My answer causes a stir among the students. Mr. Konoe and Sakamoto would probably give me massive glares if they knew, but I saw little point in lying to the kids. I just hope this will make everyone behave more cautiously. Maybe it will actually decrease the number of victims. I feel like that was a major game decision, and I just flippantly decided the this response. The chime signaling the end of class sounds. Saying my goodbyes, I leave the classroom and walk toward the infirmary. School is over. Time to start my investigation. None of the mark bearers will be here today, since I didn't tell anyone I was coming. Had I just made this decision earlier, no one would have been killed. I'm always one step behind. Mr. Konoe should be back by now. I better go to the faculty room. I'm gonna save just so I don't have to watch all that again. Hello, Yasuki. Sorry for making you wait. Has there been a new notice? No, I didn't call you because of that. I just wanted you to directly report your results on the Slitmouth Kashima case to me. Go ahead. I give him a general report about the Slitmouth Kashima case. It's also been decided that the broken glass and the dirty floor in the art room would be left as it is for the time being. I can't blame them considering the current state of the old building. I see. It just keeps getting worse, huh? Daimon's been attacked, and the Departed's identity still eludes us. Are there any clues that could help unravel this mystery? I've been digging through some of the school's documents, but I couldn't find anything linked to the Departed. Mind lending me other documents of interest if you have them? I'm especially interested in the older ones. I've barely seen any, which is odd for a school that's got 70 years of history. Oh, about that. I assume you've learned that our school was firebombed in an air raid during the war, right? Aside from the old building and the clock tower, everything was burned down. That included the building that stored the school documents. Even without the physical documents, you can always ask people who might recall the history you're interested in. You know anyone offhand who might remember? Let's see. If the previous headmaster were still in good health, they'd be a prime candidate. He was curious about Konohara Academy's past and did some digging on his own too. Or on own. Where is he now? He died of a heart attack last month. That's why he's the previous headmaster and I'm the current one. Oh, okay. Say, Yasuki, I want you to be completely honest with me. Are you confident you can solve this case? Given what you're up against, I can understand why you'd choose to rely upon God. But still, do your best first, and then let God do the rest. Just bear this in mind. There are only so many strings I can pull if people continue to disappear. I'll be held responsible for the fallout, and you'll be removed from the case. To put it bluntly, our investigation will be stopped. I'll remember that. That's all I wanted to say. Oops, there was actually one more thing. This morning, Doryo, the student council president, asked me if you'd be coming to school today or not. Why don't you go see her? Okay. Both Doryo and Michio are in the student council room when I arrive. Hello, Mr. Yasuki. Hehe, thank you for the other day. Looks like Michio's fully recovered. She doesn't seem sick or dispirited. Mr. Konoe said you're looking for me? Yes, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Though I don't feel like saying it myself. Michio, can you help? You're such a scaredy cat, Hime. Alright, take a look at this photo first. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Michio shows me a photo of the pool at night. I have to say, the empty water at night is pretty eerie. What is that? There's something pale floating above the water's surface. The photo's too blurry for me to make out what it is, but it looks like the puffy, swollen face of a human. I was the one who took this ghost photo. The swimming club came to us to share their concerns about the pool ghost. I snuck into the school a while ago and took this picture. That's literally trespassing. Oh, come on, don't be so uptight. I did it to try and keep the student body calm. Still can't believe I managed to get this snap, though. My supernatural sense is truly something else. Michio grins from ear to ear. Seems like she hasn't learned anything after what happened to her during Kashima's case. Are you telling me to investigate this spirit? Exactly. I've heard there've been a lot of strange incidents in the swimming club recently. If a spirit is behind those incidents, we have to do something about it before it gets worse. Do you mind investigating it for us? Thank you. Now tell me more about this spirit. Where should we start? I believe it started after the fuss around Takai died down. What fuss? Care to elaborate? Oh, you haven't heard about that? Kyoko Takai was the first noticed victim. While she's said to be missing, the rumors say she was killed by Hanaka of the toilet. Are you talking about Ribbon? Now that I think about it, I've never actually learned who Ribbon was. Horikoshi told me about Ribbon. She used to be in the brass band club with Yuzumi, and the two of them bullied Hanako together. Well, yeah, I can't deny that. She was on bad terms with Akai ever since they were first years. Did something happen between them? Oh, it was just Takai's personality. She was always an attention seeker. She'd form a clique and have them fawn over her. She really loved that. Kai was invited to join her circle one time, but she refused. Is that what turned their relationship sour? This is just a hunch, but Izumi's bullying of Hanako might have escalated because he had Takai by his side. They had shared a bond of hatred. Takai was known for her flashy red ribbon. Everyone knew she wore it all the time, and she didn't care because it was given by her boyfriend. Or so I heard. She really treasured that thing. When you touched her ribbon from behind for fun, she'd get really angry. Then her boyfriend... That's enough, Michio. You're flying off on a tangent now. Takai doesn't have anything to do with the pool case. Huh. I mean, the fact that they're talking about it means it is important at some point. When they're swimming, all of a sudden they feel like they're being suffocated and almost drowned. That kind of thing has supposedly happened more than 10 times. Too much of a coincidence, don't you think? But the spirit was trying to suffocate them with their curse. But we still have no idea who the spirit is. Some say it's a girl. During club activities, some of the swimming club members have said they heard a weird female voice. Some also claim that they saw a severed head at night, like the one in that photo. Well, I guess it looked like a severed head. That's all we know. Please take care of the rest for us, Mr. Yashiki. I'll try investigating it later, at night. Right, I forgot. Wait here. Wait there. Michio writes something at her desk. Take this. This is the dorm's number and my phone number. Call me if anything happens. Or if you're feeling lonely. Hehe. No thank you. Jeez, Michio, don't be a weirdo. I can't help teasing him, you know? He's way too serious, you know? Actually, I just realized, like, the last female protagonist also had, like, white hair. In the first game, too, actually. They always have one character with white gray hair. It's like character designer's, like, preference or something. Pool rumors. While awaiting the next notice, the student council asked me to investigate a spirit haunting the pool. Several students reported having odd incidents and nearly drowning, leading some to assume a spirit was involved. Before the incidents, a student, Takai, went missing. I also heard a voice at the pool. Is that it? Okay, I guess that's it. There's no other pages. Wait, that's it? I'll go to the infirmary just see if there's anything that, like, happens. There's still some time before the end of the school day. I better explore the special building and collect some more information. Okay, I'm gonna save again because that was a long spiel. Special building. Where's the special building? Well, I guess I'm just... Oh, this is the special building. I guess I'm just, like, checking out these other parts of the building. I spot a familiar-looking boy while glancing over the spacious library. Once he noticed my presence, he immediately approaches me with a smug smile on his face. Well, well, look who we have here. It isn't Mr. Yashiki. Big congratulations to you for surviving the oh-so-terrifying slit-mouthed Kashima. I expected nothing less from the renowned spirit doctor. I was just lucky. I think so too, actually. You are blessed by the goddess of fortune. Unfortunately for Mr. Daimon, he couldn't escape his cruel fate. I heard he's hospitalized at K Hospital. You sure know a lot about my situation, don't you, Abe? Don't you think it's time you tell me what sort of tricks you have up your sleeves? Oh, goodness me. To think you would be interested in my secrets. I'm attracted to you, spirit doctor, and you're drawn to my mystery. We're basically meant to be. I don't dislike the sound of that. Hey, don't dodge my question. How did you... What a silly question. I don't see any need to answer that. Don't you know, what makes a mystery fascinating and captivating is the fact that it remains a mystery. Let's keep our relationship this way. I'm in no mood to alter it. Haha. Now, if you'll excuse me. With a chuckle, Abe leaves the library. I've got no idea what to make of that kid. I doubt we'll ever understand each other. I feel like I'm talking to an alien. Is that what they call a generation gap? I step out of the library after that conversation, feeling rather frustrated. Well, I guess school's over. The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. I guess that's enough for my evening investigation. I return to the infirmary to prepare for the night's investigation. Since I'm dealing with a spirit here, they should appear at night. Despite having no appetite, I forced down some cup noodles I bought on my way here to replenish my energy. I top it off with a cup of instant coffee with extra sugar. Doesn't compare to the stuff I brew myself. Coffee's still coffee though. It's a hot black drink chock full of caffeine and chlorogenic acid. Telling myself that, I gulped the drink down. The night is getting late. Time to head out. Tonight's the night. Got a call. Who's it from? Hello? Good evening, Mr. Yashiki. It's me, Himeko Doryo from the Student Council. Why'd you need to call me this late at night? There's something I wanted to tell you. Remember how earlier I said Takai had nothing to do with the pool case? Actually, it's the opposite. Did you find out something? I asked one of Takai's friends at the dorm. Turns out Takai used to be in the swimming club. Hang on, wasn't she in the brass band club? She quit the club after injuring herself during practice. After that, she joined the brass band club. But apparently, she still often came to watch the swim club practice. I heard she asked one of her friends in the club to let her swim from time to time. Because of that, the swimming club members kept away from her. So she just did her own thing. There's more, though I don't know if it's related to the case or not. Right before she died, she apparently lost a ribbon in the pool. Didn't she love that ribbon a lot? Sounds like that would have been rough on her, huh? Yes, I heard she was flipping out. She searched all around the pool, the locker room, and the members' bags, but never found it. She was even saying she'd drain the entire pool if she had to. They're having a hard time stopping her. Did she find her ribbon in the end? Maybe she drowned trying to look for it. Nope. And after that, the no disappeared. Dodio stops talking. I guess that's all there is to the story. Thanks, it'll help my investigation. I should be apologizing for troubling you. Please call Michio if anything happens. She'll come flying. Anyway, have a good evening. I'm still not sure whether Kyoko Takai is connected to the pool case. Maybe I'll get a better understanding once I go to the pool. Takai was in the swimming club before she moved to the brass band due to an injury. Rumor has it she was searching for the ribbon she lost before going missing. Ribbon, the first target, was Takai. If she was also the pool spirit, that ribbon might be the key to solving this. Okay. Let's go. I don't know where the pool is, though. Oh. It's in the special building. I leave the special building and head to the pool. After a bit of walking, I arrive at my destination. The entrance is blocked by a low palisade. Obviously, given that school hours are over, it's locked. If I got to borrow the key, yeah. No choice but to bulldoze my way through. Putting my feet on the palisade, I managed to shuffle myself over in one try. This is the pool in question. I'm not sure if a spirit will appear tonight, but let's take a look around first. The bucket and floor brush have been left out. Did someone forget to put them away? I hear something. There are benches by the pool with dead insects scattered on top. I'm gonna inspect the water last. Judging by all the mold growing on them, these benches must be pretty uncared for. Each lane has a diving board. I find a small object on one of the diving boards, a tooth. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. Alright, I guess the only thing left to look at is the pool itself. I see nothing on the surface of the water. Certainly not a severed head. The water is cloudy and clumps of algae float atop it. I'm guessing no one's using the pool these days due to the incidents. Great. What was that voice? Why did it look like that? Who's there? Oh, come on, please work. I aim my flashlight toward the source of the voice. There, I spot a bloated ghost that looks like a drowned corpse. It's such an awful sight to behold that I can hardly keep myself from looking away. Now that I take a closer look at her, she's wearing a Konoha Academy uniform. Judging by the hoses wrapped around her body, she looks like a victim of Hanako. Is this the spirit of Kyoko Takai, the missing person from the first notice? Save me. Save me. I start to get strange chills all over my body. Shit, I won't be able to endure this for long. Takai keeps saying save me over and over again, it's like she's begging for forgiveness. Hanako's no longer here though. She can't forgive her, nor save her. How do I save her now? The only things I can use at the moment are the bucket and the deck brush by the poolside. Right. Oh, man. Gotta save the bully. I think we use the brush. Scoop up. Maybe, okay, maybe not. Scoop up air, scoop up pool water. Scoop up rubbish in the water. Let's just scoop up the pool water, see what happens. I try scooping up pool water with the bucket. Would you be saved if I do this? The guy's spirit stares at the pool, murmuring something in a relieved voice. I know this was just a dumb hunch, but maybe I stumbled on the right answer. Yeah, I think they want me to like clear out the pool. There, more. Did she say there, more? I guess I need to do more to save the soul. Save me, save me. Yo. I start to get strange chills all over my body. Damn it, what should I do? I think we have to do it again. I'm gonna do deeper water. Because I don't know, I feel like that's just I should put in the bucket deep in the water before scooping. The bucket's so deep in the water that it's quite full. I slowly lift it. I'm guessing she wants me to get the bucket deeper into the water when she says, there, more. In that case... How's that? I scooped deep like you wanted. The guy's spirit stares at the water inside the bucket. Oh. I follow her gaze and see something floating inside. What's this? It's a flashy red ribbon. I think I remember something about Takai wearing a flashy ribbon. Is this what you've been searching for all this time? Looks like this is the right choice. I heard Takai disappeared while she was looking for her favorite ribbon. She was probably killed by Hanako before she ever found it. Oh, did we do it? Did we like save this ghost already? Easy. Takai's spirit laughs happily as she disappears into the darkness. The regret that Takai's lost soul bore has been dispelled. She shouldn't appear here again. Let's go back to the infirmary. Hey, that was quick. The spirit haunting the pool was Koko Takai, Hanako's first victim. Getting her ribbon back allowed her to rest in peace. Takai bullied Hanako along with Izumi, which is why she was a target. The part didn't show up during this investigation, so this might be unrelated to them. Cool. This concludes the requested investigation. Yet the night is still young. What should I do next? What the hell? There's something at the window. For some reason, I feel a set of eyes on me. Hello? There's something on the other side of the window. Yo. That was actually pretty creepy. Like, noticing it before they actually pointed out. Was that The Departed? Why were they here, though? Huh? There's an unfamiliar item on the desk. This is... a notice. The Departed notice. Dear Student Council, I'll kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school. Your beloved, The Departed. What? Tonight? Student Council? Do they mean Michio and Dorio? Shit, what to do? They can kill them if they're home, right? First things first, I need to check whether they're safe or not. Better call them now. I take out the note Michio gave me this evening. And then I punch in the number written on the paper. Michio isn't answering. Well then let's call the dorm and check if they're in their rooms. Yo, they better not have pretended to be me to call them here. Konoha Academy is a student dormitory here. The languid voice of a middle-aged woman is transmitted into the receiver that is pressed against my ear. She must be the dorm manager. My apologies for calling this late at night. My name's Yasuki, one of the teachers at Konohara Academy. Have Himiko Dorio and Michiho Kinuka returned home? Hold on, Mr. Yasuki, right? So you're the teacher who's been hitting on those two? What? Playing dumb, I see. I've heard it all from the kids here, you know. They say there's a four-eyed middle-aged teacher who's been hanging around Dorio and Kinukawa an awful lot. Hang on a second, this is... My goodness, how immoral. There have been more and more indecent teachers trying to put their hands on these innocent students. Just admit it already. That's what your intentions are, aren't they? This is getting me nowhere fast. She's prejudiced against me. Why is this happening now of all times? What can I do to make her listen to me? I'm investigating a case at the request of Mr. Konoe. If you refuse to cooperate, that's your choice, but I'm letting you know that he'll be hearing about it. Are you alright with that? Huh? Hold on a sec, you're joking, right? Why don't you try calling him and see whether or not he thinks it's a joke? So what are you gonna do? Your call. Ugh. The dorm manager remains silent. Merely mentioning the name Konoe seems to be a pretty effective tactic within the school. My apologies. You see, the female dormitory has been getting a lot of weird calls lately. I didn't mean to offend you at all. I'm just taking precautions for the girl's sake. You know that, right? Sheesh, now she's finally willing to listen? So where are Dorio and Kinukawa? To tell you the truth, both of them haven't returned and it's already past curfew. Excuse me? I was one of the kids that they need to get back by the curfew, but the dorm manager offers up a bunch of half-assed excuses. She obviously just doesn't want to be held accountable. They actually left after coming back. I let them go since it was before the curfew. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you ask where they were going? No, I respected their privacy. But I distinctly remember that Kiniko was talking on the phone before she left. Judging by the conversation, I assumed she was invited out by someone. It was by me. Not me, but like the fake me. Okay, I'll try looking for them. I'm gonna check the student council room then. I'm ignoring what the dorm manager attempts to say after that. I immediately hang up the phone. This is bad. Stifling my mounting anxiety, I quickly try to organize my thoughts. I got a phone call and left the dorm. Luring their target out with the phone call is a trick that the party has used over and over again. Knowing that, it's probably a sign that they've been lured back onto school grounds. I need to find them, and quickly. But before that, let's save. Dorio and Michio aren't here. Okay, where could they be then? Okay, that means they're actually at one of the, like, classrooms. Ugh. What a pain in the ass. The two of them have to be at school somewhere. But where to look first? Come. Place, connect, past, future. Connecting corridor. That feeling just now, and that whisper. It's that same voice that told me to pretend to be Mr. Hirose during the slit-mouth Kashimasu case. Come to the place that connects the past and the future. That voice is trying to guide me somewhere. Yeah, it's gotta be the connecting corridor. Plus, they really like to have encounters with the ghosts there, so... Of course. The flashlight. You're... She's the one helping me. A female doll is standing in the darkness. You're the one who called me, right? I forced the words out of my tensed mouth. So, a place that connects the past and the future. Must be this corridor that connects the old and new buildings. What the hell are you? Uh, uh... The doll only responds with a hollow voice. We simply stand facing each other, both of us motionless as time passes. Meanwhile, Dorio and Michio are... I feel uneasy thinking about it. Hey, why did you call me? Uh, What is she trying to say? Place, bell, rings, my... Bell tower. The doll in the red dress disappears, blending into the darkness. What does she want to tell me? Place where the bell rings, my... Place where the bell rings. What's in there? Wait, wait. Oh, clock. There we go. Got a clock tower front. We can actually go out here now. Cool. The place where the bell rings, eh? There's only one possibility. The clock tower. A landmark of Konohara Academy that was built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. Having fortunately escaped the fiery ravages of war, it became the symbol of the school, along with the old building. The clock stopped working 7 years ago, so there's no way the bell can ring. But I've often heard the bell since coming here, especially on occasions when the departed's presence is strong. The bell is ringing. Oh man, we gotta get there fast. Come on, man, stop dilly-dallying. That scream just now. Was it Dorio? Just nearby, probably inside the clock tower. Yeah, but nothing better have happened to these characters. Door of the grand clock tower slightly ajar. Almost as if it's beckoning me to enter. The moment I pulled my hand on the rusty doorknob, the double doors fling wide open. What exactly am I seeing here? Ugh. I don't know if I can show this on... I don't know if I can show this on thing. Both Doyo and Michi are lying on the floor in their underwear. What the hell happened here? You guys okay? Yes. Doyo replies weakly. She can't think straight. What is that? Dust or something on their legs? Or like their arms and legs? Mr. Yasuki. Michio groans and calls my name. Can you stand? Don't think so. I can't move my legs and arms. A huge blob is wriggling around them, restraining their limbs. Looks like a massive slime mold. I'm going to rip it off. Wait! Don't provoke the bugs, they'll bite. Sort of insects are crawling on their skin. Some are venomous, including the centipedes. And I used to like being like not scared of centipedes, and then I don't know what happened, but like every time I see centipedes now, they just give me the heebie-jeebies. This is the part it's doing them. These are likely no ordinary insects. They are bound to be massive consequences if I mess this up. These girls can end up like Daimon. I better be extremely careful and take things step by step. What should I do first? I feel like I should help Michio first. But I don't know. I feel like this is like a major choice or something for some reason. I feel like this is like good versus evil. Like one of them is secretly evil. Michio's definitely bound to help Dorio though. I'll help Dorio. Because the thing is, Michio is the one who likes bugs. First, I rip off the slime mold that's binding Dorio's limbs. So something tells me that Michio's part of the departed now. And then I carefully brush the bugs from her body. Can you hear me, Dorio? Mr. Yasuki? Let's get out of here. Can you walk? Yes. I help Dorio back to her feet and get her out of the clock tower. Wait, what about me? What about Michio? We should be safe here. I'm going back for Michio now. Wait here. I don't know why you didn't do this for both of them at the same time. It's kind of weird. Oh, maybe... Okay. For some reason, I was like, maybe whoever you help first, the other one dies. Lastly, I scoop up their uniforms from the floor and run outside with her. I close the doors behind me and heave a huge sigh of relief. It all went well. Maybe the clock tower is the departed's domain. While the two are getting dressed, I look up at the clock tower. Is it just a coincidence that they were put here? I don't think so. There must be a reason for it. And a calculated one at that. Mr. Yasuki, we're done changing. I have to ask them what happened. Before that, let's go back to the infirmary. Once we arrive, I make them some instant coffee. Yeah, I kind of want instant coffee now. Both of them sip their drinks in silence. Their faces have regained some color. Looks like they've calmed down a bit. They should be able to talk now. Mr. Yashiki, I'm fine now. Feel free to ask us anything you need to know. It goes for me too. Despite their trembling voices, they're trying to be strong. Honestly, I'd rather not make these kids recall such painful events, but I don't have any choice. Time to figure out what happened in the clock tower. Telemetry judge start talking about the spirit in the pool. The door manager told me you were invited out by someone. Who called you? It was you. Me? You asked us to help you because you were trapped in the clock tower. So Hime and I went out there. I think that was probably the departed pretending to be me in order to lure you out. Are you serious? Damn, they're a tricky enemy. The door was open when we arrived at the clock tower. The moment we stepped inside, a swarm of insects attacked us. They're crawling under our uniforms, so we took them off and tried to get the insects off of us. I started panicking and everything went blank after that. So I'm sorry, that's a terrible idea. If they're just normal insects, I wouldn't have been so scared, but I saw some venomous centipedes among them. My limbs refused to move and I tried to escape. And then you came just when we were at the end of our ropes. You really saved our lives. I tell them that I've managed to resolve the situation with the spirit in the pool. Thank you, Mr. Yashiki. To think that spirit was really Takai. So she was murdered by Hanako and then became a spirit. Kind of scary to think about a spirit giving birth to another spirit. Takai isn't the only victim that turned into a spirit. Shinji, who was killed by Kashima, was haunting the gymnasium. I have to wonder if this entire series of awful events was set in motion by the departed. Was the departed the only was the departed the one who sent those insects to attack us? Most likely. I saw a notice that they were trying to kill you two, student council. Why us? I might have an idea why. Do you mind telling us? So I've noticed that the departed targets fall into two categories. People directly targeted by the departed like you were, and those who are targeted by other spirits. Everyone who's been directly targeted by the departed have all been people I'm close with. And that means we're targeted because we're close with you? I think so. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Dorio. Sorry, Michio. You wouldn't have had this horrific experience if I hadn't asked for your help. I'm a curse. I shouldn't have gotten involved in this case. Then Daimon wouldn't have had to go through such terrible things. My chest tightens as feelings of regret well up inside. But we were saved because of you. Dorio. You still saved our lives. That's not something that just anyone would have been able to do. You did it because you have the skills. You got the fact that there's a random song with lyrics comes on is weird. Yep. The other adults don't believe in the departed. You're the only one I can rely on to protect us. So please don't apologize for caring about us. We're really grateful to you. I'm sorry, this song is just taking me out of it. Michio. Thank you. I feel like a good instrumental song is better than a bad lyrical song. Even after experiencing many terrible things, they never lose their smiles. They never turn away from the terror lurking in the darkness. Why does this feel like the end of the game for some reason? Instead, they're trying to fight against it. I'm sorry, this part is a bit cheesy. I don't know if it's because they're brave or have a strong sense of justice. One thing's for sure though, what those two are doing is not something that just anyone would be capable of. Witnessing their strength and resolve has given me encouragement. The two of them shine brightly, like a beacon in the darkness. But Tsuyashi, there's something I'm curious about. Is the departed really hiding in our school? Yes, Izumi and I said they're pretending to be a human. Do you know who they are? No, unfortunately. They're one cautious foe, disguising themselves and leaving no clues at all. Mr. Yasuki, would you like to try deducing the departed's true identity with us? Oh, nice idea. Let's give it a shot. 3 heads are better than 2. Yeah, sure. You better try it. Your suggestion piques my interest. Who knows, maybe they actually can feel the departed's presence. Yeah, this song's pretty cool. So the Departed is targeting those who are close to you, right? How would they know your circle of friends and who you're close to, though? Since they're a spirit, they might have used their supernatural powers to figure it out. Or they might have discovered it when pretending to be human at the school. Why don't you try exploring that option? If we assume they're just using their powers, that won't leave us any path to deduce anything. There's only a handful of people who know about Ai and Sho at this school. Yeah, and that includes you two. First up is my client and the headmaster of the school, Mr. Konoe. Since I report everything related to the case to him, he would have learned a thing or two about me during the process. Okay, my theory right now is that Dorio is the red dress ghost, and Michio is the other one, is the evil one. Next we have the curriculum coordinator, Sakamoto. A serious and cantankerous individual, she might have heard things about me from Mr. Konoe and her colleagues. Next, the male student named Haruaki Abe. For some reason, he knows a lot about me and my connections. He called me Spirit Doctor, so he may know about the Mark Bearers too. He also did have a lot of lines about how we were kind of meant for each other. I wanted to like point it out earlier, but I wasn't sure. But now that they like pointed out like this, it kind of makes sense. And then we have Himeko Doryo and Michiho Kinukawa. Both of them have been working with me, so they know Ai and Sho as well. Yeah, they have a lot of clues so far, but they also have a lot of red herrings, I feel. Is it Departed among them? If so, who is it? Abe is quite popular among the second years. I mean, he's kind of creepy and no one has any idea what's going on in his head. It's really funny observing him. Dealing with him is a pain in the butt, though. I've been operating under the impression that the Departed was female since they refer to themselves as a bride. So why would they have assumed the form of a man when they could have just as easily taken a female form? This isn't as easy as I thought. I just don't have enough clues to deduce the party's true identity yet. I can only press on with the investigation, all the while wondering who are my allies and who are my enemies. We only have to guess once. Before we realize that a long time has passed. I can't just keep these girls out when they've already broken their curfew. We better leave the infirmary as soon as we're ready. What kind of excuse should we give to the dorm manager? Okay, I'm actually gonna call it there. It is like a somewhat shorter video, but yeah, there's a lot to take in for this one. Which, honestly, I have to say this is like actually getting interesting now. So now that we're actually like looking at the Departed, not dealing with their like cronies, I'm a bit more invested. But yeah, I'm also curious. Like, are these the only characters we're gonna meet for the rest of the game? Like, are there no more new characters? If so, that means the pool of people we have to choose from as the Departed is pretty small. Just Dorio, Michio, Konoe, and Haruaki. Yeah, and Sakamoto, I guess. Um, I mean, I guess that is quite a bit of people, but at the same time, I feel like that's not a lot if you compare it to games like Danganronpa, where there's 15 characters sometimes. Yeah. It's also funny because I like the first couple games they had all these like fan service type scenes, and like when we started this, I was like, oh, they toned down the fan service a bit, but I guess not. But anyways, definitely excited to see where the story goes from here. Super sus of everybody. I feel like the people that I'm not sus about are the people I should be sus about the most, like Torio or Mr. Konoe, but I don't know. The first two games have always been a very, what you suspect at first is usually what the solution is. So I'm kind of expecting it again, but hopefully we don't have to play too much longer to find out the answers because I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes, and I'm looking forward to start new games actually. So catch you guys in the next one, and thanks for joining me. Have a good one.